Guys, it's me again. So I was on the phone with someone close to me, someone I truly adore, and he said something really interesting. So we're having a conversation about gender-based violence, right? We mostly focused on women because, truth is, women, we are the ones that are mostly affected. I can't even count the number of women that have died in the hands of their lovers, husbands, boyfriends, So he said something really interesting, right? He said, it doesn't make sense that we are fighting for men to stop killing women, but we are only focusing on the women. Why are we not focusing on what is starting the problem? Why are we only focusing on the victims and not the perpetrators, right? Yeah, you're probably thinking that, okay, these people get arrested, but has that really decreased the number of women that are getting killed by their partners? No, it does not. So what he said was, it really doesn't make sense that in these seminars there's only women. I honestly understand why there's more women. Okay, I don't understand why there's more women, but I understand why women attend these things, because they feel they have something to say. It's more of we are defending ourselves, we are fighting this, we want to show them that we do not accept this, we're not okay with this. And I fully understand that. I fully understand it. But the people that initiate these meetings, these seminars, why are they not also initiating seminars that only involve men, where they're going to be teaching these men that, listen, just because she breaks up with you, it doesn't mean that it's okay for you to now kill her for it. Just because she cheats on you, it doesn't give you the right to hurt her. When she says it's over, then accept that, Why are there no meetings? I'm not a person that watches the news all the time. News, I just end up depressed, so I really avoid it. But I've never heard of a men's seminar. I've never heard of it. Ever since this fight against women abuse, gender-based abuse, I've never heard of a meeting where there was men, where they were talking about all these things, where they're telling men that no, just because she agreed to be in a relationship with you, it doesn't mean that she has automatically given you consent to do whatever you please with her, So, why is that? Honestly, for me now, it's a question. And yeah, but my response to my loved one was that I really feel that it's unfair that there's people out there with such a view, with a completely different approach to the problem, and they're not speaking up and not saying anything. So I just want to encourage anyone who has anything to say about anything to speak up. Really, seriously, speak up. Because honestly, this is 2018. We can't be waiting for the government or people in power to be solving our problems, the problems that affect us, problems that they probably never even have to deal with, As the people directly affected, we have to be doing something about it, Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the victims and survivors of violence and abuse should not be getting attention. They should get the attention. But also, the people that create the problem should also be getting as much attention. We should also be looking into how do we stop the problem from becoming worse? How do we decrease the number of this result, We should be focusing on the men, the young men, even the older men that have not yet become part of the problem. We should be focusing on how do we change their way of thinking, how do we encourage them to hold back from being a part of the problem, So I just think really it would be great if men also stood up for us, not just for our sake, but also for their daughters, for themselves as well, It can't be nice being, called horrible names just because you're a man, I just think it would really help out if men also stood up and started fighting, against this thing. If they all came together and held meetings and talk about how it's not okay to beat up women, how it's not okay to kill women just because, they're not doing what you would like them to do, And yeah, there should be more and more meetings where men are more involved in this, where men talk about these things. Even us women, the meetings that we have, we should not only focus on the men that are abusing women, we should also confront the fact that there is women that abuse men. It's a fact, We should just all have an open conversation about it and be honest about the problem, And it might sound unfair, but honestly, this should also be a challenge for parents. You know, focus on what you are teaching your kids. Focus on that, because the kid that you let disrespect you today, or disrespect a classmate that is of an opposite gender, that's the same kid tomorrow that's going to grow up and look down on that gender, that's going to think it's okay to say certain things. So, you know, we really need to start doing better. We really need to start approaching this very disgusting problem in more different ways. You know, we can't just be waiting for a savior. You know, what if that savior never comes? Or what if that savior, it's you who has something to say, or a different solution to it, but you're sitting there not saying anything about it? You know, what if we just need to all come together and solve the problem as, you know, as a community? So, yeah.